Active Aging with Keith, back again, this time with what I learned from 3 heart attacks. So picture this. I'm driving to Winter Park, the ski resort where I volunteer, and it's 5:30 in the morning, and I'm in a blinding blizzard. I approach Berthoud Pass, coming up the canyon where the pass starts. It's those kind of conditions where, in the dark, you can't see more than about 30 yards ahead of your headlights, with huge dollar-sized flakes coming down, and then all of a sudden it switches to very fine, foggy snow, smearing your windshield, and your wipers can't keep up. You're following the faint tracks left by another car that came through earlier. The 2-lane road is snow-packed and icy. You round a corner, and suddenly you're faced with the overwhelming glare of white, yellow, and blue lights of a snowplow in the middle of the road bearing down on you. You can't see the edge of the road clearly, but you've got to get out of his way quickly. I start to direct the car to the right, hoping to not run into any deeper snow that will suck me right into the ditch. As the plow gets closer, my heart seizes up, which is the only way I can describe it. It wasn't painful. It just stopped. I feel like I'm going to pass out, and I pound on my chest with my fists several times, and miraculously it starts up again, just as the plow goes by me, spraying my windshield with heavy snow. I put my window down after he's gone because I'm suddenly really hot, and I'm scared. I can't pull off the road to rest and recover. I've got to keep going. I take a drink of my coffee and try to regain my composure. What a start to my morning, I think to myself. Should I turn around and go home? I begin to feel better, drank more coffee and kept driving, and slowly made it over the top of the pass. As daylight broke, around 7:15 a.m., I pulled into the parking lot with a lot of other volunteers and employees, all arriving for their day. I sat there eating a Cliff Bar that I had brought for breakfast and finished my coffee. My nerves were calming down, and the food and the liquid made me feel better. I start to think that maybe it really was an anxiety attack, and maybe some dehydration too. Arriving in the host office to start the day, several others had already arrived, and they were talking about the poor driving conditions. But everyone was looking forward to a day on the slopes and fresh powder. I didn't tell anyone about my experience. I'm not one to draw attention to myself with health issues. So I just worked my day until 5 o'clock, packed my stuff up, and came home. A similar occurrence happened about a week later when I was working the base area at the ski resort. I was standing with my question mark sign, greeting guests, and all of a sudden I thought I was going to go down again. I quickly grabbed a hold of a trash can and drank a lot of water and ate another breakfast bar. And once again, I started to feel better. Did I call my doctor the next day? Did I get a checkup? Should I? No, and absolutely. I honestly thought it was something minor. As the days went by, I felt good and the symptoms didn't return. So I thought it was an anxiety attack brought on by the sudden appearance of the snowplow in already difficult conditions and needing food and hydration both times. A month later, I'm helping my son and several of his friends load furniture into a van, which was all the belongings of my late father, and we were going to take it to storage. I had sold his house, and we needed to make ready for the new owner. The truck was almost full when I just totally collapsed. Once again, no pain at all. I just fell to the ground, and my son came over quickly and sat me up, got me something to drink, because once again, we thought that I was dehydrated. And plus, I was probably pretty tired from all the exertion of moving heavy furniture. Once again, after I ate something and drank a lot of fluids, I felt much better. A month later, I finally went to see my doctor, and she drew blood and ran a whole bunch of tests. Days later, I'm at the airport about to board a plane for Miami for a Formula One race, and I get a text. Where are you? Can you come in right away? One of your tests that should have had a level not exceeding 200 came back at 2,000. Wow. Well, even though the results were shocking, I didn't go in until I got back from Miami a week later. I got a treadmill and an echocardiogram, and guess what? I had 3 major blockages in my arteries. During the next few months, I was placed on a myriad of medications. I had 2 stents implanted in August and 4 more in October. Now here I am in the following spring. I've skied all winter, ridden my bike several hundred miles, and I'm back in the gym doing a lot of weights. 6 months later, my fabulous cardiologist says I'm in great shape and to keep living my life my way. So that's what I'm doing. Had the attacks been painful, I would have thought I was having a heart attack. But I honestly felt that I was dehydrated or having an anxiety attack. What not to do? Obviously, don't self-diagnose. Don't ask Dr. Google. Don't take the symptoms lightly. Be serious about it. Unfortunately, I have a weird protein that builds up like plaque, like cholesterol, but it can't be treated with diet and exercise and medications. Over the years, especially after COVID, I think a lot of us lost faith and trust in the medical community. However, I found a wonderful doctor who had actually treated my father, and they took great care of me just like they did him, and they restored my faith in the medical community. I'm back doing the things I love, hoping to outlive my father, who made it to 97, and he had 2 stents of his own. Get regular checkups. Watch what you eat. Exercise every day if you can, and follow your doctor's instructions. But be curious and get educated about your health. Get a second or a third opinion if you still feel unsure about your diagnosis. Don't rely on just one doctor if you don't feel you have all of the information necessary. I also stopped drinking. Alcohol can cause problems with your arteries, and it also helped me keep my weight down. Keep a good, positive attitude and outlook on life. Stay busy with a purpose, and laugh a lot. Well, that's it for this video. I hope you got some good information from my experience. Don't do what I did. Do what you're supposed to do. This is Active Aging with Keith. See you in the next video when I'm going to tell you a tale of getting lost in the Himalayas of Nepal, which gave birth to my second book, Tenacity. Remember, everything you desire is just outside your comfort zone. Bye-bye.